I'm 20 now and I already understand that you have to make films about what truly matters in life and about what genuinely breaks your heart and only yours. Because we have a limited amount of time to bring the things we want to the screen. I never make films about cliches or things that are simply cinematic, because all of that is so superficial and meaningless. You should only make films about the things that hurt you deeply, things that hurt on unconscious level, things you don't even know how to talk to other people about. Let's talk about it. If you could only explain a story while drinking a coffee with other or calling with someone, then you probably don't need to make a movie out of it. Because you can just write a post on your blog and this will be more than enough. Go on your social media and share the story with others, since it is so easy to understand it. What truly matters is filming something what you cannot explain to others. You don't have infinite films for you. You don't have infinite films in you. The problem here is not the money or the career. The problem is the amount of attention you need to commit. Every feature film takes 3, 5, sometimes 7 years of a director. For me, being 20 years old, this would be 33% of my whole life. So imagine 20 years of your life, and in this period of time you can only make 3 films. What are you going to choose to make films about? What is the topic you're going to use in those films? How much commitment will you show to each of them? But when you're 20 years old, you feel like time is endless. And you can focus right now on something what is trendy, something what is cool. And focusing on it, you'll just waste another third of the time you have. You may think horror or science fiction is something you want to do, is something what is deeply personal to you, something where the story that only you can tell. Maybe you should stop, look at it once again, and realize it's not true. And realize that the least of the texts you're working on, the texts that went under your table, are the things that you don't have to spend your time on. There are things in your life that truly hurt you. And when you try to explain it to someone, you realize you cannot phrase it, or it comes out very flat, or you cannot even start talking. Those are the things that you need to put on the screen. That's exactly what cinema is for. Not for the things you can tell, for the things you can't. I wrote many beautiful dialogues. I wrote many beautiful texts, action scenes. But then I realized that I don't need to use the image to deliver them to the audience. I can deliver it as text, and they will already understand the whole message. So the visual wouldn't add anything to it. Instead, giving them a freedom to read and imagine it themselves would make more sense than making those texts into an audiovisual format. What is the focus here? Is to make the feelings visible. Not the words, not the text, not the story, but to make visible what you felt, and only you could have felt. And by delivering it on the screen, first of all, you're using the tools film offering to you, and second of all, you're sharing an experience with the audience that was unknown to them. Movie-like stuff is cool, but it is very describable. You can pitch it in one sentence. Meanwhile, for something which is truly personal and you cannot just basically phrase it, the pitch of 2 minutes won't be enough. You have 2 kind of projects right now in your head. One of them is when you can go on a party and share your idea with others. And they will say, oh, that's a cool thing. Oh, I would like to see this film. Oh, wow, that's a very nice idea. And this is probably something what gonna disappoint them. Each of those people gonna see this on the screen and they will feel something very familiar, and I will probably get disappointed. Meanwhile, there is another idea. While people are asking you to share it, you answer something, I can't explain it. Or you're getting very confused. Or you say, oh my god, I didn't, uh, that's probably, the phrase saying I can't explain it is probably a signal to you that you gotta make it work, that you're gonna bring it to the screen. It's hard to explain. Is a material in your hands worth filming? Don't lose it. But the one that you can pitch in one sentence, everyone can make. So it's not unmistakably yours, but it's more a public domain, since it is so easy to share a feeling of a creation of it with others, without any context, without a background and experience in it. I think every filmmaker had a scene that got too close. A text that they didn't finish, a text that they couldn't show to their colleagues or to their parents because they were afraid or because they were scared of transparency that they brought into this text. And probably this is also something what's worth being filmed. People will say, oh, you're 20. What's the pain you might have? What's the experience you might share with us? You know, sometimes when you give a pen to a kid, he comes up with an image that didn't exist in art before. Sometimes the fantasy and the freedom that they have seeing the world and explaining this world without borders, as well as crafting this, well, this is the process in which comes up something genius. And I think when you are 20, it is the best time to start. But important to remember that it's never late. The only problem is that as longer you abandon this idea, as more filter you have against it, and as more you think about this rationally. But I want you to catch the moment when you are still very fresh and when you are a beginner. When you are a beginner, you can experiment with formats, with genres, with people with whom you're working. But as older you get with this, as older you're carrying an idea or a text with yourself, as less you feel like making it. And as less you feel confident with this. And as more constraints you build on your own for yourself and for the way you work. I'm 20 right now. And I don't know how many more films I will do in my life. But I know one thing exactly, is that I'm never gonna make a film from something what I could explain in 1 or 2 sentences to others.